Good evening. This is Mos Sem Papas na Língua. Welcome to this live Mozambique talk show, basically Mos talk show. For first time, we have done this program in English due to the adversities of our language, Portuguese. The original channel, the mother channel of this program is Mos Sem Papas na Língua. That means Mozambique with no dots and questions, straight to the point. By the way, welcome. Our guest is Costa, a Mozambican resident in Germany. Hi, Costa. How are you doing?
So, hi. I'm doing very, very well. So, thank you for inviting me. And yeah, indeed, it is the first time. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Costa. The reason why we opened this platform for first time, we have created platform Mozambique Moz Talk Show because it's a lesson learned from our experience as activists, as social activists and political activists, that many people in the world they are not listening what's happening to our problems, what's going on in Mozambique. So I have called this program today Mozambique, what is going on in 2024? In few words, please.
Look, uh, as you said in few words, so in Mozambique, uh, people was dreaming about to experience a really democracy. So I wanted to let the long past back of our history, right? So I take apart after the Renam resistance movement came into peace with the reigning regime. So from that point on, the Mozambican people really began to dream about to experience democracy and to live it as it is, and to take advantage of all possibilities that the democracy offers to many countries we do know or we do hear of about. Now, uh, we at that time there was a generation, a lost generation, meaning that the regime in power has been living with these people, or with the Mozambican people, with the youth, with the new generation, people who were born during the regime and grew up during the regime, and they never knew what is going on outside of Mozambique. They don't know what means good governance. They don't know what means having a basic life. And that is the way it's grown up. Now they learned that if you want to have a basic environment of life, so you have to be a chief, you have to belong to the party, and as long are you there, as the former president Chisano said, o cabrito come onde está amarrado. So you have to enrich yourself where you walking. So,
Doesn't matter
and
what.
please.
Doesn't matter anything. Just you have to be rich.
Yes, they didn't learn what is good governance, and the leadership, the language of leadership was intended that the leadership is your superior. You have to respect, and you have to accept the orders. There was nothing that they belong to the state, that they belong to the people. They are officials of the people. They are working for the people. There was nothing understanding about that. It was like they are chiefs, they are governing us. You have to respect them. You have to accept any order they are giving it to you.
Whatever, whenever they want. Just
Yes.
So
Yes,
basically, the constitution does not have a mean for the people.
exactly. Constitution had no meaning anymore because the regime has recognized that the people, these people, after 20, 30 years of the enslavement, the regime recognized that it doesn't have no means to be feared about the people, because the
Okay,
people, yeah, the
Costa,
people,
let me ask you a question.
please.
Mozambique got independence in 1975. Since 1975 up to this day here, uh, what people know about Mozambique is about Samora Machel, Graça Machel, all these figures. These are called sugar people. They're people been sugared around as a big heroes, uh, big figures. They're doing very well. Mozambique was the best ever country in the face of the earth. But in 2024, these elections, presidential elections, there is a 360-degree turnaround. How the Mozambican people arrive here? Why this turnaround of 360 degrees?
Look, there came someone who knew exactly, someone who could, intellectual, academic, and politician, who could understand what he was reading, what he was hearing about democracy and what is going on abroad. He could really understand it. Nowadays, our academics, the youth generation, even those on the 40s, if you ask them about the democracy, they know what they have memorized in their brain. They don't have a sense what democracy is, what it means practically. Now what happened is that there was that someone who never had a fear of saying the truth and defending its rights. The people never knew that you can tell chef, that is wrong. They didn't knew about it, the Mozambican people. The Mozambican youth now, by seeing someone who says, no, that is wrong. The constitution says this. I'm not going to back down because you are committing a crime. And even people from regime itself, they got a shock. They never imagined there will be someone who would tell them publicly that you are wrong. You are employee. We have employed you. We pay you through our taxes. They didn't
You
know
must
about
serve.
that. Yes. When they saw it, this man and saying, I'm saying uh, all this taxpayer monies, all that's we're doing, it is our money. This is our country. You are our workers. You are not kings or something else. That galvanized the people. It is like something, it is light, or the sun is shining. They are getting to know something. Oh, you can tell someone, your chief, that this is wrong. You can tell someone the math you are doing, you are not serving people. We are not enjoying nothing about this. That is what is
Basically,
happening now.
Mozambique is a democracy with a dictatorship since 1975. Only thing is the leaders of that dictatorship every 10 years been changed. That is basically what is all about Mozambique.
Uh, okay, I would not agree totally, because we never had a really democracy. It was just dictatorship, and democracy is a nice word to be painted with. So that means if someone tells you you are not a thief, you are very honest, everyone is proud to hear about that. So saying that we are living in democracy, everyone is happy about that. It brings some kind of pride, you know. So, but exactly living what democracy is, We never had democracy in the Mozambique. It was just dictatorship, and democracy, this dictatorship disguised in democracy. You know,
Yeah.
it was
So
not real.
what is the biggest challenge right now in Mozambique? Is Mozambique is in turmoil. Just right now, I got news from Mozambique. The internet providers have cut. The government has ordered all the internet providers to stop the internet because the elect president was speaking to the nation from a hidden location because they want to kill him. What really is happening in Mozambique right now? Many
So,
people, when they listen Portuguese, people speaking Portuguese, they don't understand, they misinterpret it. We realize many of the news writers, news rooms, they talk all about Frelimo. They sugarcoat Frelimo, Frelimo, Frelimo. What's happening right now? Why the
uh,
government right now is in a big trouble?
yes, it is awakening among the Mozambican people because we were not living honest, because you were not allowed to be honest about yourself, honest about the country, and honest what is going on. You have to you were forced to travel in what is so called highway or road. Actually, that is not the road. You travel like that 1 month, your car is gone. And because the honesty was not allowed to say, the people now are struggling mentally, psychologically, and internally between opening now, telling really honestly what they think, what that is a fight, internal psychological fight they are experiencing now. What happening now is some who really believe it, that the democracy really it is like this, because those guys who arguably masters of democracy, you see I mean Europe, I mean India, I mean Australia, someone you name them, you know, they are in shock now because the same people who are singing democracy here in Europe, when they go to Africa, they sing democracy, but they are tolerate dictatorship because they are digging out our resources, something like that, right? So,
Yeah, indeed.
and the people and the youth, some have gotten it right. They see the light being, the sun shining. Someone who tells them the truth, someone who tells the same people they were not allowed to talk to them too, to say, you guys, you are not doing the same democracy, you are protecting dictatorship who is oppressing our people because you are digging out our resources.
Yeah. So Costa,
Yes.
that means Mozambique been under slavery and brutality for 49 years. Basically,
Right,
that's what I'm reading from your expressions. That's what I'm understood. So
right.
49 years, that should be a liberation, free country, democratic country, but became a country where their own people slave them other side. So these 49 years of Frelimo in power, it's been a lot of sugar coating of so many achievements and many things. They build this nightmare of school. Even a kid cannot go in. They didn't build roads. They didn't build nothing. Just they been just decimated the country. So now, right now, the world they don't understand Portuguese. They are seeing these pictures. They are seeing these people going against the government. What is the biggest difficult for the international community to understand there is a problem in Mozambique? What is the problem?
Look, let's take the message and the language they use to identify us. To identify us, they use for so-called developed countries. They
Underdeveloped
identify,
countries.
yes, they identify us as underdeveloped or third developed countries. Those guys have always been either going abroad to countries like ours just to enjoy life, vacation. Otherwise, they had no interest. You go here in Germany, you go in rural areas, even here in cities. A lot of people you ask, what is Mozambique? They don't know if Mozambique is in Europe, even if it is a country. That means they don't have interest when there is no interest for them.
So
They
basically,
don't.
the government of Mozambique, the image the government of Mozambique takes out there is just an image of begging. Just when they have, they need money, just they go and ask and come. They don't care about development. They don't care about art, sports, other activities. So basically, Mozambique is non-exist on the international arena.
Exactly. You know,
But
and
Mozambique is the same country who help the people of South Africa be free. It's the same country make possible the free of Zimbabwe. But where is the biggest challenge?
yeah,
That
yeah, you
there is
see,
no books, there is no history, there is nothing of this country.
exactly, exactly. That is an example what I'm saying, where they don't have any interest to gain something. They don't care about it at the place. They don't talk about it. The job Mozambique has done to liberate and to help neighbors, Mozambique right now should be known everywhere, you know. But who knows Mozambique are those countries who have an interest there, who have digged out something, and those bad guys, drug dealers, drug transporters, they know about Mozambique because they know that it is a gangster paradise, you know, and it is a country where
Kidnapping
chaos,
is a big
yeah,
business in Mozambique. Kidnapping. Soon as you have
no,
$1,000, you get kidnapped.
yes, that is a chaos, you know, and there is a paradise for gangsters. That is why coming
But what
for
shocks
guys
me,
from, yes, from guys from West China. So let me name you a short example about China. China almost is making our country as a desert. They are taking all timbers, they are cutting all timbers,
they're
you
destroying,
know.
basically the country is destroyed. But there is
Exactly.
a question here. Angola have these resources, and you go around the world, you hear about Angola, you can hear about Cape Verde, you can hear about Guinea, you can hear Macau, Brazil. Those countries, they speak Portuguese. But what is wrong in Mozambique that the leadership, the government of Mozambique does not take the name of Mozambique out there, does not project? What is the problem? Is the
Look,
intellectuality, is uh, is compromise? What is? Because now we have a problem, a serious problem that even people cannot explain themselves. What is the problem in Mozambique?
look, when someone comes and wants to destroy the society, it is very simple. You kill the education system. In Mozambique, the education was killed, and we have some kind of tradition that
That is a strategy of Frelimo, because
yes, why is the strategy
we
of,
see the
yeah,
same in Angola, we see the same in Zimbabwe, we see the same now happening in South Africa.
yeah, exactly. It is easy to tell someone, to lie to him, to say you are engineer, you are a doctor, knowingly that you are nothing. You don't know nothing. and you accept that. In order for you to accept that, they have to show some academics who are working for the government, who are getting some drops and the privilege from the government. And they do know you get more privilege, the more you have higher degree or higher name of education level. So, and if it's you are seeing them on TV, you don't know what they do and how they do. Because even if you go to university, see them lecturing there, yourself, you don't know. Even when you read, you don't know, you don't understand what you are reading. You are just memorizing,
Okay,
and a lot
Costa,
of
our time is
educators.
very, very small. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
I know you have a Costa, on the 9th of October was elections in Mozambique, and those elections turned up to be a very chaotic election. So the election has passed, the time for announcing the results, the time for announcing who will win the elections has come and gone, and nobody knows nothing. But the election commission, has declared Frelimo winner, and Mr. Daniel Sharp as the winner. That was the international press celebrates and say with full mouth. But the reality on the ground is something else different. But also, we have another issue here. I know you represent the candidate of the opposition in German, his party, CAD, the Coalition Democrat Alliance. And you guys haven't have a lot of problems. But now the Constitutional Court can't announce the results that the National Commission of Election has said candidate of Frelimo has won. What's going on?
Let me first say something very short about what I was finishing about the
Yeah,
in academics and intellectuals in Mozambique. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean that intellectuals are dumb in Mozambique. That
they
they are
seem
not,
like, but
and
they
they are
seem
not.
like they're dumb
Yeah, there's a
because
lot.
they don't cultivate the culture of Mozambique. They cultivate
Yes,
for themselves.
I would
I know a
call them.
couple of intellectuals of Mozambique in the Canadian University and Swiss University. They don't talk about the country.
Yes,
Even in
but we do.
Portugal, in
Okay.
Spain,
Yes,
even
we
in
do have.
Cuba. I studied in Cuba. I never was allowed to talk about my own country.
You say we have a few of them, for example, who speak out. Like you see Professor Ngwenya, you
Oh
find
my
there
Lord. Do you
Professor.
trust do you trust and believe what he's talking about? Why he's talking about now, he does not talk about the Mozambique yesterday, where the problem starts. Why these people they're not talking about? Why these people they don't come and say, like you and I, we've been in different workshops, TV shows, with lessons learned. We find out the reason why people they are not listening to us, the people they don't understand to us, was we speak Portuguese, was a barrier. And this today we are here talking in English for the world to learn. Why he does not does in English?
Yes, because the education system was killed. Number one.
But in this
Secondly,
generation was not kill it.
wait. Look geographically where Mozambique lives. It is surrounded by English-speaking countries, right?
Yeah, Commonwealth countries, indeed.
Exactly. But Portugal was fighting to fight them through education. That is why English has never taken a big role.
A stage in it.
And yes, and secondly is that intellectuality and self-critique has never been accepted in Mozambique after the independence. So, and and the one thing you have to understand also, or everyone have understand, is that have not, but can understand who wants. It is that intellectuals are like entrepreneurs, are egoist people. What I mean is this:
Selfish people.
selfish, selfish, a lot of them, but they are people who care about business. You cannot talk about revolution. You cannot count on them on revolution unless they come from themselves,
What you mean
But
revolution?
normally,
Social
yes,
changes.
yes, normal means if entrepreneurs don't want to change, don't love it. If an entrepreneur is in line with a given government, his
Okay,
company
Costa,
is
we
making.
have 5 minutes. Sorry to
Okay,
interrupt. We have
okay,
5 minutes.
okay,
About
okay.
elections, what's happening?
Okay, let me go to the elections. If an entrepreneur makes a lot of profit, he doesn't want to change. If intellectuals earns money, has a good life with the government, he doesn't want to change. That is what I wanted to say. They are egoists, and you have to take it. Now, what is happening in the election is that these entities,
You have 4 minutes.
CC, yes, these entities, CC, Constitutional Court, Commission National of Elections, they never have been independent because they were appointed by the president self. There is no sense of democracy on them. They have to do what the president does because the presidents there in Mozambique are gods. They come with that military might over the population, doing the same things. You don't do it. If you have a blue paper and the politician says of the regime, he can't come and tell you your blue paper is not blue, is red paper. You have to accept it, even if you see that is not red. That is what happening now with the elections. They are waiting. They are in jeopardy now. They are between sword and the wall, right?
So
Because
who win the
they cannot
elections?
see
In two
themselves.
words.
Okay, that is wrong because there is a culture of violence, of killing people, letting disappear people who are against, or who people who speak out, who have a different opinion and a different vision. Now, those people who were appointed, they will always be protected by violence. So that
Yes.
means if you talk about CC, like we do now in Mozambique, probably tomorrow we would be killed. And right now, probably we are on the blacklist of them because we are speaking out. And those people grew over 40 years just living like that. So I do understand that they fear. But what is not honest is pretending to do something when they are not doing it.
Okay. So what is the outcome of the elections? The opposition leader that you represent in Germany has come out and say he won, he proved it, but the government can't prove it that the Frelimo candidate won, but the opposition has proved with 300 kilos of paperwork. Even there is a link online for you even to scrutinize. So what is the end of this story?
So,
Because it's too much going on. You have 2 minutes.
okay, look, our president, our former candidate, that is, he is a genuine elected president of Mozambique. That is the president of the people. He has won. We do know that he has won because he can give you evidence about the numbers. The regime can't prove it, can't give you original vote result forms from the polls. They cannot show that. And they cannot force people. They need a lot of time to force people to sign it. But they will not get it done. So right now, we are not backing it down. We are just, we will defy them, and the people of Mozambique will show them what they don't want to see. The
Okay,
people
thank you,
will be in
Costa.
power.
Time is finished. I really appreciate for coming from this first edition of uh, the Mo's Talk Show, and I'll be invite you back again here as soon as possible we can. Thank you very much for coming here from German. Was Costa represent Venasio Mondland. Good evening. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you very much
Pleasure.
for being here. So thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye.